Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Locking It Down with Lucy. It is episode 135. Thanks for coming back. Thanks for remembering. Remember me when you are all alone. I haven't watched this film in quite a long time. So no, it's good to be back, everyone. It's always a bit weird when I've not done it for a week. It's like, do I remember how to speak for continuously for an hour and 30 minutes, and then I remember, oh yeah, I do remember how to do this actually. It's worryingly quite easy to just talk forever. So welcome, I'm glad you were all hopefully well and back to chat all things that may come tumbling out of my mind this evening. So, hello. Oh, my Oyster card is still in my pocket. How utterly irritating. So let's say hello to people who are in the chat today. We've got Terence saying hi, Lucy. Hello, Terence. Hope you were well. We got Jamie saying, hello. Oh, we got Dusty saying, I got a shiny this evening. Love it. Love a good shiny. Oh, well, thank you. That'll be the power of dry shampoo. That's the power of dry shampoo. Don't need water. Kind of need a brush, I suppose, but thank you. It does help. Rich Gamer says, hi, Lucy. Hello, Rich Gamer. KRPTV says, evening, Lucy. Boy, have I missed your stream. Smile. Well, thank you. It's good to be back. Sorry, I've been quite bad recently with just like things going on. I guess this is what they call adulting when you have other things you have to do. More on that later because it's my low light of the week. Christopher says, whoa, I'm at 130 platinums too. What a journey. Nice. I discovered on the precipice of 150 platinums. And as you guys know, I've had like Uncharted 2 planned for 50. I had Uncharted 4 planned for 100. I'm all out of Uncharted games. I don't really know what I'm going to do for 150. Maybe we can workshop that together at some point. I mean, I have some ideas, but also I'm just like, there's nothing that I didn't think I would get. Well, when did I get to 100? Actually, 100 was quite a while ago now I think about it. That was like 2019. No. 2021? Maybe. That was a long time ago. Wow. Oh, wow. Thanks, everyone. I've got some people who are, again, 3-month members of the XP zone. We've got Dusty B70. We've got Rich Gamer. I'm just making weird noises now. We've got Jazzy, who's a member for Whoa! Rich Gamer and Jazzy were a member, and Jamie is a member for 5 months. What am I going to do for that? Wow! We'll do the drunk giraffe. Wow! Thank you so much for still being a part of it. Oh my God. Terrence coming out with the big guns and saying, Elden Ring. How will I do that? How are things holding up with the pants department? My pants fit me today. Thank you very much for asking. Simply saying, hi, how are you doing today? I'm doing great, thank you. It's been a good day. Today was a good day. I didn't kill anybody metaphorically or physically, so, not in jail yet. I'm not sure what I should be saying. Oh, Christopher, thank you so much for joining the XP. Oh my God, I didn't even know you could do this. Bye-bye. New member. Whoa. What does it say? Oh, that's not new member. No, wow. Everyone can have their moments in the sun. Whoa, I didn't even know that was a thing. Jazz D says, hi, Lucy. Hi. Oh, this is nice. Every time I come back, I'm like, yeah, this is good to do this. I like this. You sounded like a really bad pickup line. The love is flowing today. Love's in the air. Ba-da-da. This is great. I don't know. I just feel really happy for some reason. So let's keep on the happiness train because I am posh. Because I don't know about you guys, but for some reason I ate some pretzels and I don't know if I even like pretzels and my mouth tastes like garbage now. Pretzels are really annoying because I don't like them, but they're very Moorish. So as I start eating them, I just can't stop. Do you like pretzels? Let me know. One time I had like a pretzel that wasn't a pretzel. It was like a doughy thing and it was like cinnamon. That was really good. But I don't know where I find one of those magical things again because that was unpretzel. Yes, they look delicious, but they are way too dry. Pretzels are overrated. Thank you. I like pretzels, especially at Christmas. So everybody, I think you will remember we have on the show the unofficial drinks benefactor who has very kindly once again supported the show with a variety of mystery drinks. So thank you, drinks benefactor. The show would continue without your support, but it wouldn't continue in quite the same way. It would be me just like, got a Coke Zero today, got a drink something weird. But this is great. Thank you. Able to get drinks from far and wide. So what has the... I thought it was a cabbage. It could. What has the benefacted... What does benefactor even mean? I guess a supplier? What have they benefacted me today? Looks like a wrapped sub. So... I've got my mug here, obviously. Let's crack in while we say hello. Hello, hello. As people just file in, I must erase the taste of pretzel in my mouth because I'm not into it. Oh my God, it's the one I wanted. Yes. You don't know yet, you don't know. But I remember I saw this on television. And not to say that advertisement works, but maybe it does work. So I don't know if any of you guys are familiar with the WWE. We're going to talk a bit more about that later. But they start doing these tie-in matches with like brands or like, I don't know. And one of them that happened at the Royal Rumble was Bray Wyatt versus LA Knight in the Mountain Dew pitch black match. Which was pretty cool, actually. And I was kind of like, what does a Mountain Dew pitch black even taste like? So thank you to the official drinks benefactor for supplying am I going to glow in the dark? I don't think so. I'm not radioactive. So let's give it a pour. Let's go. The Undertaker was always my dude. I think at WrestleMania there's going to be some kind of like cinnamon bun match or something. I'm not really sure what a cinnamon bun match even is. That's a quote for those of you that don't know from when Randy Orton was challenged to a House of Horrors match, and Randy Orton had to be like, I don't exactly know what a House of Horrors match is. Oh, okay. I think it's going to be blackcurranty, dark citrus punch flavored with other neutral flavors. Wow. Just don't drink it slowly throughout the week because that is definitely minging, says Jazzy. So for those of you that don't know, sometimes, I forgot to put it up. Here we go. Blab. I like to update you guys with the tragedy of my life on Instagram. So, you know, if this 1 hour and a half of a week isn't enough for you, you can follow me on Instagram where I will tell you the tales of how I'm poorly living. And one of them is I decided that I needed a pick-me-up this week. And so I bought a watermelon Red Bull, and so I can't drink a full Red Bull, okay, because otherwise I will be off the walls, and no one wants that. I just need a little buzz, a little hit just to keep me going, but I also am a cheapskate and don't want to throw anything away, so I decided, why don't I just keep this Red Bull on my desk so that every day I can have a little pick-me-up. So I kept the Red Bull on my desk, in the can, opened, and I hid it from the cleaners because I was very worried that the cleaners were going to come and throw it away. I was like, no, I'm still drinking that. And I managed to keep it for 4 days until it was finished. And so I asked people on Instagram, is that minging or is it fair play? It's something that RKG do. When I watched some of their stuff, RKG, by the way, great channel, love it. They do a little segment called Minging or Fair Play. So one of the ones that stood out to me from their one, I will drink this in a minute, don't you worry, was someone, see what you do is you write in, and if you have a Minging or Fair Play, we could just rip them off and do it because I'm interested. But one of the ones that had been submitted to them was Minging or Fair Play. When it's cold, the person liked to pick up their dog poo in the bag and fondle it in their hands to keep their hands warm. Now, was that minging or was it fair play? I mean, I don't know how, like, if you've not had a dog, you won't know the sensation of picking up dog poo because it is weirdly warm, but it's also gross too. And for God's sakes, don't ever do the thing that I've done more than I'm willing to admit, is when you put your hands in the bag to pick up the dog poo and then your hand goes through the bag and now you're just touching poo and you're in the park. What are you going to do? I walked around my hand like this for quite some time because I was like, I have nothing. And I'm not going to start wiping my hand on the grass. So I just had to be like, and I just kept it away from me. Maybe I did try and do a bit of like leafy action or something. Chop hand. No. Okay, maybe this is a British terminology, minging. Minging means gross. Like, people don't really say minging as much anymore. It was more of like a thing that used to be said in the early 2000s. Like, that's well minging. That girl's really minging. So it's like rank. I don't know if people say rank. Like, you're rank. Does that work? I don't know. Does that translate? So, chop off your hand. That's why you double bag. That is smart. Poos and shocks. It is This is a great time to start eating. Well, if you're just joining on your lunch break or your dinner break, think about me picking up Luna's poo and then having it go into my nails. Gross! That's what happened, and it was disgusting. Like, I'm telling you. But Fabio saying fair play, I'm sure. Warm, flat Red Bull. You know it. And Red Bull does give you wings. Yeah, that Red Bull was minging. What are you talking about? It was warm when playing. Okay, this drink is making my hand cold. So let's give it a shot. I just want to make sure this was clean as well. It is clean. I can assure you. All right. Ooh, it is purple. Now I wouldn't say that purple is pitch black. By the way, for all you color enthusiasts out there, which I am one. As a designer, it's all very, very important to know your hex values, okay? You know what that hashtag triple zero means? That's pitch black, my friends at Mountain Dew. Come at me, brah. Right, I haven't even started drinking the sugar yet, and I already feel high on life. Let's go. Citrusy. What can I say? I like it a lot, but I'm not going to lie to you guys. All of these Mountain Dews somewhat taste the same. There is a citrusiness to it. It's very light. It's very refreshing. I think it's citrusy with like a berry burst. I think that's how I'm going to describe it. Yeah, citrus berry burst. I like it. Would drink again. Pitch black Mountain Dew. I'm loving it. Do. Is it better than the match? Yes, I think it is better than that. The match was funny, but I would much rather drink a Mountain Dew pitch black than have to watch the pitch black match again. Very good. Okay, so let's kick things off, I guess, 12 minutes into the show. So we're asking in the poll today, did you enjoy The Last of Us TV series overall? Because I want to talk about that in full later on in the show. So yes, no, or didn't watch. So 9% of you said no, you did not enjoy the show. 33% of you said you didn't watch it, and 58% of you said yes. Well, that 33% of you that didn't watch it may be incredibly bored when we get to that segment of the show. So we're going to be talking about that. We're also, of course, going to be having a check in the highlights and lowlights of the week coming up. There is, of course, clip of the week, and we're going to be talking about, as I said, TLOU, the Resident Evil demo, and I'd also like to take a sneaky look at the WWE 2K23 trophies, because that game comes out tomorrow. I've not played a WWE game in quite a long time, and I am hyped to be John Cena. Do you know what? I might as well I should have been wearing my Never Give Up, or my You Can't See Me. I should have just come dressed as John Cena. Maybe I'll do it next week when I review it. I'll review it next week or something. And then we'll see what happens at the end of the show, because I got like a loose idea of what we could do. So everyone feeling good? Everyone happy? Everyone well this Thursday? Before we kick things off, a little bit of the old housekeeping. So good. California knows how to party. If it's pitch black, you wouldn't be able to see it. Did I tell you guys that I woke up the other day and I honestly thought I was dead? Like, I'm not joking. Like, maybe I did say this, like, I went and stayed at my parents' house, and they have blackout curtains. So normally I sleep with like the window open a little bit, and I just woke up in the night and it was pitch black, and I was like, am I dead? No, I'm not dead. It was like for a split second, and I was like, oh no, of course I'm not dead. It's just dark in here. I don't know. Have you ever woken up and thought you were dead? It was quite a bizarre. I was like, well, I was quite at peace with it, weirdly. I was like, am I dead? No, it's fine. Okay, so it's dark because I'm dead. Oh, that's how I always imagined death would be. I think death is just darkness, isn't it? Like, you can't see anymore. It's the end. Well, maybe that's a bit of a morbid way to look at it, but yeah. Okay, maybe I didn't tell people this, but yeah, it was very weird. It also reminded me of that bit in Finding Nemo when they go down into the really dark part of the ocean, and he's like, Dory, and she's like, Conscience, is that you? Yes, Dory, this is your conscience speaking. It's been a while. How are you? Well, actually, Conscience, I'm doing quite well. So yeah, that's what's been happening. So let's get on with the housekeeping. Firstly, I'd like to say thank you, everybody, and apologies that I couldn't be here last week, but thank you, everyone who did wake up Thank you for waking up. Thank you for watching the ultra rare trophy video. I'm starting my goal. You'll be pleased to know I'm 2 ultra rares down already. So I'm sure, I don't know, a couple of months time, I will do a checkup on my ultra rare journey. But I'm now at 96, so only 4 away really. Bussing, as Imogen would say. I don't know if that's the right context for bussing, but feels like I'm on the bus to 100. So toot me. So thanks for watching that. Also, thank you for watching all of the Last of Us reviews that I put up, and as well the Resident Evil 4 demo, which I decided to do when I realised that I'd done every single demo of Resident Evil on my channel, and I was like, you know what, I should just complete the set, complete the look, and do the whole thing. Ducky says hi everyone, hello. So yeah, thanks for checking that out. I appreciate the support. Edith is saying, I think death is like when you got under anesthesia. Anesthesia? Wait, anesthesia. Whoa, why am I struggling? Anesthesia. It's not Anastasia, it's anesthesia. I don't know. I went under once, and when I woke up, I literally felt like I was dead. Wow. I've never actually been put under anesthesia. I don't think that's how I say that. How do I say that word? An anaesthetist. It's because I don't say it very often. Like, when am I saying that in my daily life? An anaesthetist. What? Okay, we're just going to move on from that. So yeah, thank you for doing that. So let's start in, I guess, with the check-in. This is the part of the show where, you know, how are things going? You've got me doubting how to say it now. Anesthesia. Is it some, not to be confused with, you know, I'm out of love, set me free, and get me out this misery. You know if you know. All right, so do you want to go first or shall I go first? Sometimes I feel like I go first and I hog the whole low light and highlight of the week segment. I'll start with my low light of the week. So my low light of the week, as I've mentioned before, it's been a whole year since I've lived the adulting life of living by myself. You know, there's been highs and there's been lows, but I'll tell you what sucks that I've discovered. This week I've got a bunch of letters, and it's letters from everyone being like, hey Lucy, we're really glad that you're part of our service, but the price has gone up. Every single thing. Council tax, gone up. Virgin Media, gone up. O2, gone up. What is this life? Oh, God, it's so, like, every time I open a letter, it's like, you need to give us more money and we're really sorry about it. But they're like, hashtag sorry, not sorry. So I guess that's just adulting. Oh my God, and also the trains, they've all gone up. God, it's just too expensive, isn't it? So that's my moan about just living. But I'd also like to have a little tiny moan about the fact that we discovered today. So Imogen has booked tickets to go and see Avril Lavigne. She booked this like back in 2020, and it's one of those, I don't know, I know a few of you have gone to concerts that have been like pushed back. This is one of the concerts that Imogen booked back in 2020. They got pushed back like crazy. She rang me up today and was like, Lucy, the Avril Lavigne concert has been changed again. I was like, are you kidding me? Thankfully, it's not too crazy. They literally just changed it to like a different day in the week, which makes it more harder because it was originally on a Sunday, but now it's on a Tuesday. But they've also changed the venue, and the venue is like ridiculously annoying to get to. So we're going to have to work that out. But come on, Avril Lavigne, you know, we've been a fan for so long. So that's my tiny moment. So let's go on to you guys before I go to my highlights of the week. Oh my God, how did I miss this? How did I miss this? Jazz D, this is getting comment of the week. Even though comment of the week isn't a thing, you're the first comment of the week. Why'd you have to go and make things so complicated? I like it. Very good. Oh, I see the way you're acting like somebody else and gets me frustrated. Chris J is saying grocery prices have gone up like crazy. What are all those bills? They're all bills that I need to, you know, I guess survive. My low of the week was getting conjunctivitis. My highlight was getting back into Injustice 2, working on leveling up every character to level 20 now. Nice, good luck. I hope it goes well. Tom L says, got my MOT tomorrow, so that could be a highlight all the way. Oh yeah, that's a little dice. It could go either way. It was funny. I was speaking to my other driving friends. Shout out to driving friends, Rafi and Alex. We've all just been screwed over by the driving. We all tried to band together to get our licenses over the pandemic era. All of us have not been able to do it. Yes, it is at Alexandra Palace, which I've never been to. And it looks like a pain in the ass to get to because there's like no like real tube or train station without having to get a bus somewhere. So boo that. Although I would like to go there because it was part of the Idiot's Lantern, which is the Doctor Who episode where he has to climb Alexandra Palace because the Wire is like, hungry! The Wire is hungry! So I'll probably just be saying that the entire time and go, rubber souls, swear by 'em. I don't know if anybody else knows those quotes, but Chris J says, I went to a gig last month, pushed back 3 times. Exactly. When are we going to get out of that? KRPTV says, big low light for me this week. Just been the weather, snowing, raining, cold, getting a little sick of it now. Just want the sun to come out. I know, we are getting close, I feel like. I feel like the sun is on the horizon. We're going to get there slowly but surely. We'll make it. This drink is really good though. Highlights. The Resident Evil 4 demo was great, and it is really building my hype for the game. I've been playing W2K23 since Tuesday as I got the deluxe edition. I'm really enjoying it. Thumbs up. Nice, good to hear it. The Queen doesn't need any more money. She's dead. I hate to break it to you, Christopher, if you're behind on the news, but she did die last September. R.I.P. Her Majesty. I did enjoy that. What's this? Woo! It's a Lucy. Thank you, Fly Highland. Good to see you. Idiot's Lantern was an iconic episode. I'm not sure everyone would say that, but yes, some people might. Highlight is watching your stream again, Luke. Thank you. That's very kind of you. I can recommend Faithless Show as Alexandra Paris from 2005. Freaking amazing stuff. Speaking of shows, I went crazy and just bought myself tickets to see All Time Low again tomorrow. I was like, you know what? I'm doing nothing on a Friday. Let's take my sorry ass down there. And even though the seats are like shit, they're at the back. I'm like, you know what? I just want to hear the music. I'm just there. I'm just going to be one of those people like, dude, I'm just here to hear the music. So I'm excited. I want to sing along to Sleepwalking, which was one of my favorite songs from last year. Feels like I'm sleepwalking when you're gone. Wide awake, but it just feels wrong. I'm just going to go mental. Also, I want to sing the bit. I don't know. Have I done it in a long time? Am I going to embarrass myself right now? Does anyone care about All Time Low? Because there's a song called Monsters that has a rap bit in it that you have to sing without breathing. I think I've tried to do it before, but I'm excited to see if I can do it again. I remember last time I started doing it and people around me were like, what? Anyone like that song? I like it a lot. Dusty says, highlight of the year so far, Witcher 3 shiny, no longer feeling like a Witcher because I am the mofo Witcher. Also got Oxenfree shiny. Highlight of the year, new game anxiety. Oh, I hate new game anxiety. I get that all the time. Sometimes you just got to jump in the deep end and just start games to just get them going. Wait, you know the kid in the Idiot's Lantern? He's on YouTube doing sports commentary with True Geordie or something. What, the Tommy? That kid? All Time Low sounds like a bit of a depressing name for a band. All Time High would sound better. I guess that's what happened back in the day. People were always that's how it was cool to be like depressed, I suppose. I don't know. That was the emo times for you. Anyone see the new animation you get when you achieve a platinum? Well, Tom L, I did see the new animation you get when you get a platinum, which I thought was very cool. Big up to PlayStation for doing that. Because everybody, I do have a highlight to hit you with. In fact, I'm excited to all tell you that it's finally happened, everyone. It's only been 3 months, but I have indeed got my first platinum of the year. Thank you. Yes, hold your applause. It's taken a while, but I managed to get the platinum in moving out. It's only been a year since I moved out, but it happened. So let me tell you the story. Let me break it down for you. So as you know, the chronicles of the mysterious co-op partner. I've been telling you, the mysterious co-op partner lured me into a false sense of security, made me play Fallout 76, then buggered off with another friend. You know that they're over level 100. They left me in the dust at level 29. So the mysterious co-op partner, in order to make things up to me, was like, you know what, we could get the moving out platinum. I was like, well, you know what, it's going to be difficult because it's only local co-op, but we made it happen and we played the entire game again. In fact, we wrote in the trophy, well, I say me by proxy, I don't know where I put the trophy logbook. I had to write out every single level and every single collectible, and we went through and did every one, and then the trophy finally popped. I think here's the sitch. Because what I did was I played the game normally by myself, and then I switched it to assist mode, which meant I couldn't see which levels I had done all the goals. I don't know why the collectibles glitched on me, because I'm pretty sure I thoroughly went through and did that. But anyway, I can't complain. I'm very happy. I really liked the game moving out, and I'm very happy there's a moving out too. The game is dumb. The game makes me laugh, and I would like to just tell you all, in case you didn't know, Rome wasn't moved in a day, everyone. So, nor was this platinum. This platinum wasn't moved in a day. In fact, it took a year and 2 months. So I'm very happy that that has been put to bed. I have been successfully moved out. And I suppose, as everyone said last year, maybe it's time to finally play unpacking to complete the circle. But I don't know. I thought it was a fun game. Like, it was a fun game to switch your mind off, go through, and I found the humour, even though it was dumb. It made me laugh. Maybe I'm just dumb. So yeah, thank you for your congratulations. The drought is over. So now I am on 149 platinums, and I do need to think about what will be 150. I'm thinking, because normally I try and make it a game that I really, really like, but I don't really have any games that I like, or franchises that I'm really, really loving or like at the moment that feel like it could fit the bill. Like, I kind of wish I'd saved a Souls game. Like, Jamie is saying Sekiro, ? Sekiro is one of the ones I've got as a star, like, potentially. Like, I kind of wish... Now, Christopher's on the money. 150 should be Resident Evil 4. And I think I want to pick this one because Resident Evil 4 is the platinum I feel like I should have got when I beat the game on Professional and the remake. Well, not the remake, the HD, whatever they call it. So I might do, Resident Evil 4 for the platinum that never was. And then that could be a nice, like... But also the trophy list. But this is the thing, the trophy list, again, the Resident Evil trophy list have a great, great trophy list. Like, I'm not going to look at it because it's not actually out yet, but you can find a leaked list. But it is kind of the stuff that you would expect from a Resident Evil trophy list. And it sounds scary. Like, they always sound scary to begin with when it's like, complete the game in, like, 4 hours, or I think it might be 8 hours, without using any health items, or, only use certain items. You're like, how am I supposed to do this? But then when you remember, the game normally gives you like loads of bonuses, and you can use the rocket launcher, so it's probably not going to be as difficult as you think. But I do like the way it makes you play the game differently, and I hope I get addicted to it the same way I got addicted to playing the other Resident Evil games, apart from Resident Evil 3, which I didn't really quite enjoy, and I don't think anyone else really enjoyed it too. But I'm so excited. I don't want to talk about Resident Evil 4 too much right now, because we're saving that for later, but that might be what happens. So yes, I think there is a knife only playthrough in the game, and I can't believe my knife broke. Can you believe that when I played the demo? Anyway, we're deviating from the topic. So let's see. Fabio saying highlight. I will start in April a formulation of 1,400 hours plus on an internship in administration. Nice. Congrats. Lowlight had to take the car to the workshop. Well, hopefully your car will be okay. But yeah, let's see. Any more? Highlight for me was I went to go and see Scream 6 with a guy I've been vibing with, and it was really good. Yeah, I'm happy for you, Edith. Glad that's going well. Isn't it great when you vibe with someone? Ducky saying I love Resident Evil 3 Remake. It may be my second favourite in the series. Wow. Tijota is saying Elden Ring 150. The thing about all the games that I have, okay, Elden Ring, Sekiro, Elden Ring would be good, but I feel like I'm going to have to put a lot of time into Elden Ring. Whereas I think Resident Evil 4, I can just knock that out. Maybe Elden Ring will be 200 when I find... Everyone's like, why haven't you played Elden Ring? My friend actually always likes to remind me that when Elden Ring came out, I didn't quite have it, and I told him that I was crestfallen. I was like, everybody's playing Elden Ring, but me and I'm crestfallen. And then he's like, you said you were crestfallen, you not even played it? I'm like, okay, fair enough. Black flag for 1050. Yeah. They are all long plans, exactly. Oh, Ian Michael saying, highlight 90% on my PSN. Nice. Nathan Jones saying, no Hogwarts. Not for now. Although I will say, I have been playing the game that must not be named. Maybe we'll talk about that later down the line. But I did start it up, and I have some feelings. The PS4 version of Horizon Forbidden West. Is that there's a PS... What's going on there? Resident Evil 3 Remake is the only game that has made my PS4 too hot, and the game is shut down. Wow, that's so weird. It does not deserve... Are you talking about Horizon Forbidden West? I've already got the platinum in it, actually. Would you rather play a game's hardest difficulty or a speedrun? Hardest difficulty. Sign me up for hardest difficulty over speedrun. Yeah, Hogwarts apparently 75 hours. That is long. I will say it does feel like tutorial the game so far from what I've played, and it feels a bit like a kid's game. Like, I don't know. I like the Wizarding World as much as the next person, but I do feel like I'm like, 10 years old or something. And this is my first video game. We're just sort of going through the motions. But then again, sometimes I'm just tired and you can't be asked to. You can't be playing Sekiro every night. How many platinums do you have now? 149. Dun, dun, dun. So yeah, I need to get working on that. So other highlights of the week for me, keep them coming in if you've got some highlights of the week, because I'd love to read them. This is going to sound really lame, But I went out with some friends at the weekend, and we had like dinner, and it felt like the most adult dinner. Well, that feels really weird, actually. Maybe I'm going to retract that sentence. No, but it felt like a grown-up meal. Like, they even ordered wine at the table, and I was like... So, I don't know, it was just really nice. It was just like, I don't know, it was like going out for a meal, but as grown-ups. It didn't feel like Friends, but it did feel like... Oh my God, I'm just going to stop talking, because... But just so you know, no, it was slightly... It was... No, there was no XXX dinner. I tell you, the only thing that was XXX was the spices on the menu. Woo! No, I didn't eat anything hot. In fact, I just had you had a good time. That's a highlight. And the other highlight of the week was that I did actually go to was that a SpongeBob sound effect? I can't remember what I did. The only SpongeBob sound effect I could think of was when someone swears, they do the dolphin. Okay, so someone asked me how much of a Harry Potter fan I was on a scale from 1 to 10. I replied 9 3/4. Very good, very good. So the other highlight I had, as I see that we are... Oh, it might be, because I do that in SpongeBob. Dolphin Lucy. Wait, can I be a dolphin? There's my dolphin. They're like, what the fuck? It's Thursday! We're back! Can you imagine? And they're like, shut up, you loser! I'm like, but I'm hanging out with my internet friends. Anyway, my other highlight of the week, which will go into clip of the week, would be I went, believe it or not, to the Hard Rock Hotel. Boom! Yes, we went for a laugh. Me and some friends decided, you know what? Why not? Because we're hardcore rockers, and we love Mick Jagger. Like everywhere else that we went to seems to love Mick Jagger. She said we're her friends. Of course, this is how friendship works, right? The Royal Rumble upstairs. So now I can show you clip of the week, which is a little snippet from my time at the Hard Rock Hotel. So please enjoy clip of the week. My crib. My name is LudiXP, and tonight this is where I'm staying at the Hard Rock Hotel. Let's go! Right, hello, welcome to today's clip of the week, where we are in the Hard Rock Hotel. Why? You'll never know. So over here we have, look, this mirror that tells you how tall you are based on people that are rockers, I guess, or in the music industry. So if I stand here, I am as tall as, I don't know, Mel B, I guess, which is 5'5", or maybe like 4.5, I think. Mel B / maybe Madonna / Victoria Beckham, who doesn't actually have anything to do with rock and roll, so I'm not really why she's on the mirror. Let's have a look at the bathroom. Look at this. Woo! Look, you just walk into the shower. Look at that. Can't wait to try that. You even get some bath salts. That's pretty fancy. And there's even a dressing room with dressing gowns that make you look like a scientist. Because that's what everybody wants. And then if we come in here, we have the main room, got the music playing, and then we have some strawberries. So, what's this? What's this? Guitar. Ah, we get to play some music, which you know, I'm all about music. So you know what? I'll play a little something for clip of the week. To all the LudiXP fans who are watching in the audience right now, it's the original song of our new album. Of course you've got it, you know. You got the new album. Put your hands up if you don't, or don't, you know. Or just pretend you do have the new album. This one's called Lav in the Chat. Lav in the Chat! Why don't you comment on that? Because I'm loving the chat. There's a poll to act. Locking it down with Lucy. Every Thursday or Friday. Or sometimes when she's up to something, there's no show at all. So sorry, I have to go home. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Woo! Yeah! So there we go. That was a little snippet from... Oh God, I forgot the... I forgot the pyro was going to play again. Oh my God, scared me. So, still waiting for Lucy's music album. Why, thank you. Yeah, maybe someday. Someday there will be. I like only one person. Jamie got the Goldberg, Goldberg, da, da. I just, when I was editing it, after I saw the footage that we got, I was like, I have to put the Goldberg music to this. I've not seen The Shining, but it does take place in a hotel, I believe, and there's some sort of twin girls that hold hands. So yeah, that was it. That was me. This is why you're so busy. What? Oh yeah, you are. That song was actually good. Thank you. I could sing it again, but I couldn't remember the words. Like, love in the chat. Why don't you comment on that? Maybe one day I'll make an album. I did make an album once before, but it will never see the light of day because we recorded it on a cassette tape, and no one listens to cassette tapes anymore. But it had some bangers like "Can You Dance Underwater?" It was like, "Can you dance underwater? Can you feel the beat? Salsa, 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 dip." So this is literally the song that we wrote, by the way. Yeah, I got to catch up on my list of movies. Maybe one day I'll make a legitimate. I would actually like to make an actual song, and I'm telling you guys, like, this might be a bit weird. Do you know what someone said to me today, which I realised? They were like, "Do you know what it was this time 3 years ago? Do you know what happened?" I knew exactly. This time 3 years ago, it was the first day of work from home for us at PlayStation. So yeah, and during that time, I did actually write a song. Like, I haven't looked at the song in a long time, but I don't know, it was such a weird time to look back at. But I don't know, I felt like it was weird. Like, I know I write songs for a laugh, but I actually wrote a song about my feelings. I know, well, that's what musicians do, I suppose. So maybe one day I can actually record the song. I don't know, it might be a bit cringe now, I suppose, but I don't know, that was the only way I could express how I was feeling at the time, was putting it in song form. So yeah, that's that was that. But maybe I'll like to write a real song. But I feel like everyone's like, "Oh my god, YouTube is making songs, it always happens." I don't know, it might be fun, who knows. Chris J means, I wrote work music, so writing songs is something I know. I do deeply recommend trying again. Super fun. Yeah, I just can't play any instrument other than the recorder, which no one uses. I used to be able to play the seatbelt, which I used to say, it was when you get the seatbelt, but they don't really class that as a real actual instrument. Yes, 3 years since 2020. That was supposed to be the year. I know, tell me about it. A metal album from Lucy would be cool. That would be cool, actually. Cassette tapes down, I only listen to vinyl. That tape needs a remaster. No. We're never hearing. I actually can't play guitar either. So one day Lucy will perform at the Rock in Rio. Maybe. Can you whistle? That's an instrument. Okay. Like, you got to wet the whistle before you whistle, right? Anyone know what that was? Maybe we could just whistle songs. What's another song that we could whistle? There must be one person in the chat that must know what that was. I don't know why that was the first thing that came to my head. Let's think. I don't know how whistling translates as well over YouTube. What's a famous song that everybody knows? I don't think I could do this. Anyway, enough chit chat. Let's get to the main point of the show, because I'm just wasting. How about Wit Woo? That wasn't in the Whistle the X-Files theme. Okay, I never watched the X-Files. Oh no, I'm whistling something else. I'm whistling. I just looked how I looked trying to whistle. By the way, Lucy, have you listened to the new album that's full of sounds of cows vomiting? Now that's what I call music. Oh, is that a joke? Is that a joke, dear? Very, very good. Yes, that was Crazy Frog or Axel F. There we go. I whistled something for you. All right, so the upstairs neighbors are loving the return. Ba 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 ba. Right, so let's talk about The Last of Us. Here we go. This is transition. That was a little bit of The Last of Us whistled. So this week, I know I spoke about it. That wasn't Happy Birthday. I spoke about it obviously in the week by week reviews, but I kind of wanted to do a bit of a summary wrap up and talk to all of you. I wanted to get your thoughts on the show as well. And as PS3 Gaming has kindly said, please put the spoiler hand up. Well, at least you could whistle better than Ellie. Yes, okay. I'll put the spoiler hand up to be sure. So I'm going to talk about The Last of Us, the TV show, The Last of Us, the game, The Last of Us Part 2, and potentially what could be of The Last of Us Part 3. So I think I'd rather have knocking boots than barking dogs in my place. Wow. Right, let's see. So spoiler hand goes up, engaged. So let's check in on the poll quickly. So 29% of you said didn't watch, 13% of you said no, and 58% of you said yes. Whistle game, whistle a song we have to guess. What do you think? Maybe. If you guys like the whistling, we can return to that. So overall, what did I think of the show? Let's take a big sip of the old Mountain Dew. It's kind of like citrus and Coke, maybe. Like a lemony Coke now, I'm thinking about it more. Alright, so overall, I thought, as I said in the review, that this was well done. Even though I had my gripes and my moans about it, I felt like in the end, it got there. I think, again, as I said, some of the bits in the middle, I wasn't too keen on. But once it started to get Last of Us like our own book club, exactly. Once we got to the more, I don't know, it's like weird how they deviated in the beginning. Like, I forgot about some of the infected stuff that happened, which was weird. Like, because the infected weren't in it that much. Like, all the stuff that they built up about the infected in episode 2, like the tendrils, the fact that they can, like, feel, like, I don't know, that felt very redundant. And I listened to the podcast today and they said that they would return to that. But it was, like, one of those things where it was just, like, convenient for the infected to be able to, like, hear/feel what was happening. And that never came back. There was never a part where the hive and the vines were a thing, and we never saw a massive group of infected again, which is like one of the things I think that's my main thing. And I get it, because maybe they were trying to use the infected sparingly, but it was only in episode 2 where you saw them in mass. Oh, and of course episode 5, or was it episode 6, actually you did see them in mass then. So there was 2 times where you saw them, and other than that, I don't know, there's one bloater as well. I don't know, that part, I still am not keen on the infected, although they did do the clickers there was barely any clickers. Remember that weird Barrel Arena girl clicker? It's weird. It's all like flooding back to me suddenly about how it all went. But like I said, I think that the middle bit is when they sort of like changed things slightly, which I was kind of like, where's it going? Apart from the Bill and Frank, which I loved. I actually do, like I say, I'm actually really, really, really want to watch the episode again. If I'm going to watch anything again, it'll be that episode, just because it's so different and it was just so nice. So yeah, I liked that a lot. And as I said, the final, like from Left Behind to Winter to the end, I really enjoyed that. So I did actually speak to somebody at work who had never played the games and watched the show. And they said they were intrigued to play the game because they weren't really into it for whatever reason. I can't remember why. But they liked the show. They found the show very captivating. But I asked them about the ending. And they were like, was that really how it ended in the game? And I was like, yes, that is how it ended in the game. And they're like, what? And they were like totally confused. Because they said to me like, oh, I hate shows or films that end on a cliffhanger, which means you have to watch it again the next season. I was like, no, that was the original ending. That was the ending of the game before there was a part 2. Before, like, back in 2013, that's where it ended. And they were, like, shocked by that. And I was like, that's the way it was. But they did say they were very interested. I think they did say that they found the ending maybe slightly disappointing. Do you know what the funniest thing this person said to me? They were like, oh my God, I couldn't believe how in the episode that woman at the beginning looked exactly like Ellie. And I was like, well, believe it or not, that was the person who played Ellie. And they were like, what? So I thought that was pretty cool. People confuse cliffhanger with open-ended. That's a good point, yeah. The ending doesn't have a definitive resolution. Exactly. So I don't know. Overall, out of the limited things I have seen, I did think this was a good interpretation of the source material, which, I don't know. Obviously, they made the thing. The other thing I remember I mentioned this in the actual review, but I did really, really, really like the extra detail that was added to like Joel's story about him committing suicide potentially. That he did try, and that moment between him and Ellie, like time didn't heal. That was very nice. I liked that, and that was cool. But yeah, I don't know. It was still weird to me. Like trying to disassociate my experience with the game, but I did think by the end of it, Pedro and Bella did a great, representation of Joel and Ellie, and I am excited to see how the story continues in season 2, which I believe season 2 they have announced that they're gonna split it into 2 seasons, which makes sense because there is a lot happening in part 2. In fact, it's made me want to like play the game again even more because now I'm like, how are they even going to do this? So I want to read some of your comments before we go into part 2 and the potential of what could happen, because we've got to know, like, who's going to be Abby. I don't really know actors very well, so I don't know, because as you guys know, I'm an Abby fan, all right? So I'm keen on, you know, seeing who's going to be cast as Abby. Like, I thought she was cool. And then how they're even going to, like, structure the story, because even in the game, it's structured so weirdly. Like, as I said in the review, like, some of those moments just are integral to playing a video game. Like, when you have that, I love it. I always say it, but it's my favorite quote from the game. That, what is the quote that I love? There we are. Remember now. It's when Abby goes, we let you live and you wasted it. Oh, I love that scene. And then it cuts, and then we go back to Abby, and you're like, what? Like, that scene when you pick up the controller, it's a bit like when you play as like, you pick up the controller and you're now Ellie. It's like, because you're used to in TV shows seeing other people's perspectives. Like, that's the point of a TV show. Not having that, it might feel, so are they going to have to just, they're going to have to just show all of Ellie's kind of like story and then flip to Abby, or unless season 1 is just season 2 is just Ellie's story, season 3 is just Abby's story. Is that going to be weird though? Or are they going to just have to do it? I don't know, I'm so interested. I just really can't wait as well for people. Like, will they have the same visceral feelings that everyone else who played the game? Like, especially when people, you know, the Joel situation, like that melted people's minds. Like, I don't know. It's weird though. Like, I didn't have the same reaction that everybody else had to Joel's death. Like, I don't know. I feel like a lot of people. This is gonna sound really weird, and I guess I didn't really think about it, but a lot of people loved Joel as a character. I never really I liked Joel, he was fine, but he was never someone that I was like, this is one of my favorite characters of all time. Like, I think I always preferred Ellie, but he was never in the conversation for me. Like, if you ask me, like, who are your favorite characters of video games? John Marston, Arthur Morgan, Geralt of Rivia, Ezio, like, those are the people that come to the forefront. Obviously Nathan Drake, how can I forget you? But yeah, it would never be Joel. So maybe that also had an effect when, like, he did die. I didn't, like, obviously it was sad. And I was like, oh my God, they're doing this. But I didn't feel angry like some people did. I don't know. It was weird because I remember being taken aback at people's reactions to that. Like, I don't know. I think I was just like, well, I think this is like, my main reaction to things is more shock over any other emotion. I think, like, I feel like I'm having a therapy session right now, a single therapy session where I'm just talking out my thoughts. Like, I'm trying to think of when things happen in video games, like when at the end of The Walking Dead season 1, spoilers, there's like a big sort of situation you have to make a choice. Like, a lot of people cried at that moment, but I just remember being like, oh my God, I have to make this decision. Like, I remember feeling very sad when I did it again the second time, but I think that's my main, I just go to shock, I suppose. But yeah. Jose's asking, were you spoiled by any of the leaks parts? I don't think I was. I think I was lucky to get away from that. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I definitely didn't know about Abby. I don't think I did know about Joel. Like, I thought I would have been disappointed. I'll tell you what I did like. So before The Last of Us Part 1 came out, and I'm talking about Last of Us 2013, this is on PS3. I remember looking up the game on Game, the website, to see if I would want to buy it. And someone went, oh, I hated when Joel died. And I was like, what the fuck? Why have you put this spoiler in it? So I was playing The Last of Us, the first game, the entire way through expecting Joel to die. Like, almost every time, like, some big cutscene happened, especially when he got, like, skewered. I was like, this is it, this is when Joel dies. And it was so weird when I got to the end, I was like, he didn't die. It was like the reverse spoiler. I was like, I was expecting something to happen, and it didn't. So yeah, like, Fly High says, like, Joel meant a lot to me. Joel was the ultimate father figure, very emotional character. Ellie was my favorite character of all time. Like, yeah, I don't know. It's weird. Like, I think it was more. What am I trying to say? Like, I think it was more just the Abby, the flip, and my hate for Ellie that was overriding my emotions when playing that game. That's why I'm just like, I don't know. I will play part 2 at some point this year. Like, I feel like maybe I'm emotionally ready to go back to it, and see. Because when I did the charity stream where I played it? It was the Backlog Roulette where I played a bit of it, and I was like, oh yeah, I do like it. I'm just wondering if it was just like, at the time I just couldn't handle the game. It's so weird. So I'd be interested to play it on stream with you guys and see if it changes how I feel about the game. Will I still be frustrated by it, or would it hit differently or something? I don't know. I find the game, like, it's so hard for me to articulate my thoughts because it's wrapped up in all of these other feelings. I don't know. The game has this weird hold over me where I've never played a video game and felt so emotionally distressed by it. I think that's the best way of putting the emotions. Like it didn't make me angry because I wasn't good. It just made me angry because of what was happening. I was just like, ah! It's so weird. I can't. So that's why, like I said, I'm just curious. But I did think some of the section, I don't know, something about the first game that I like way more. I don't know. I feel like I'm just talking my feelings out. So now I want to sort of also then transition into like where is the story going? Because this is the thing about the TV series. Like, I think at this present time, we have part 1, we have part 2. We don't have any confirmation that there will be a part 3. Part 2 obviously ends on a weird sort of, I feel like part 1 has an open ending, as we discussed. It doesn't feel, I feel like it could be standalone. It's like Stranger Things season 1. There's like an open-endedness at the end, but I feel like that could be standalone. You could watch season 1 of Stranger Things and never watch the rest of it. I think that's a complete story. I feel like part 1 is a complete story, but I feel like part 2, the way it ends is not a complete story. Like, that feels unsatisfying to me because you do want to know. I don't know. It's like, it's not as, I don't know, like what does Ellie do? Like, it was interesting, like, watching obviously the show and playing the game again. Like, the thing that she's most afraid of was ending up alone, and that's what happens at the end of part 2. So, like, and also then Abby and Lev, like, will they find I feel like there's too many questions at the end of part 2 that there wasn't that many questions at the end of part 1. You just assume that Ellie and Joel live their lives together. But because now we have a TV series, like that, if they split part 2 into 2 series, which apparently they have, that buys them more time for Naughty Dog to get the game out, because it's like going to be that Game of Thrones situation. Not that I've watched Game of Thrones, but they had to start finding out how it ended before the guy had even written the ending or the last season or whatever. I don't know. Don't quote me on any of this rubbish. I'm just speaking my thoughts. So I'm wondering, part 3. I was thinking about this on the way home, actually, when I was walking home. With the ending of part 3 and the resolution of the whole game be Ellie deciding to finally give herself up and be the cure, like, would that be sad? Would that be like, I don't know, that'd be like some whole thing? And then, I don't know, I was just thinking, like, is that the only way it can end? Or, I don't know, because just listening to it as well and being like, you know, I don't know, I don't really know how, but maybe it's Abby and Ellie coming together and like, because now you've got all these characters. I honestly don't know. I'm trying to like sort of think about it in my mind. I'm like processing thoughts as they're coming to me, but maybe that could be like, because Ellie is a beloved character. Maybe she does just decide to go under the knife and maybe it ends. Maybe that's the ending. The ending is she decides to do the thing. The scalpel goes in. Dun, dun, dun. And you don't know. Did they cure everything? It's up to your interpretation to figure out. So, okay, I feel like I've just blabbed on a lot about stuff. So I want to read what you guys are thinking in the chat. Like, if you have any thoughts, I'd love to hear them. So Jose is saying they could put in more of those flashbacks with the scientists discussing and investigating cordyceps. That stuff was chilling. 100% agree. I thought that was really interesting as well, because it was good world building for all of us that have played the game, but you don't, as we said, like, maybe I'm thinking about it as a detriment in terms of the TV series, that, you know, we're not feeling the character's emotion, but maybe it's actually to the more advantageous, because now we do get to see that stuff, because when you're playing the game, unless they put it as like Joel watching a television report, you're not getting that backstory. You're not seeing what's happening in I can't remember what country they were in at the beginning, because we're seeing through Joel's eyes. So yeah, that stuff was super interesting to see. It would have to be non-canon in relation to the game so they can make their own story. Oof, I don't know if I'd like that. Edith's saying, I'm hoping we get an older Ellie, like maybe 30ish, working with Abby and trying to somehow find the cure while looking after Dina's child. It would make the perfect role reversal. Potentially. Like, yeah, will Dina and JJ even be back? I don't know. Robert War, good to see you, my friend. She'd have to donate her body to science after she's reached old age. Yeah, she's finally like, oh, I've had my life now. Now you can have it. Do what you will. Let's see, what else are people saying? Joel and Tommy prequel. I don't know if that's satisfying enough for a part 3. I feel like I don't know how I feel like Shannon Berry as Abby. I don't know who that is. But I will take your recommendation. It's the emotional impact that stopped me from going anywhere near part 2. Yeah. Part 3 needs to happen. We need to see Ellie's story come down. Exactly. That's how I feel like. Yeah. You're right at that part. Ellie's sacrifice would have made a difference, and part 2 doesn't even mention her resistance. So in the end, it was for nothing. So that's why I feel like she has to, like, I don't know, do something to make up for that. Now she can. I don't know, now maybe it's in her hands, but I don't know. That's the other thing. Like, obviously, Joel kills the doctor. Like, how many doctors could even do that? So there's a big risk, actually, because you're like putting your hands in the fact of someone who is going to investigate. Like, you don't even know if you can make a cure. Like, you're just going to go in her brain and investigate and try and pull out whatever it is and just figure it out, I guess. Ian is saying, I played the game for the first time in 2022 and went right into 2 with no spoilers and loved it. Okay, that's cool. So yeah. It's a very interesting Ronda Rousey as Abby. That would be quite funny. So yeah, I'm very, very curious to see how it all plays out, both video game wise and TV show wise. But overall, I did enjoy watching the show. I thought because Neil Druckmann's involvement, it was way better than it could have been. Like the fact that it was so faithful, like set design, even like, you know, hearing the same lines of dialogue and stuff, it was good. While Last of Us Part 2 story was very dreadful, I still loved it, and the game itself was a lot of fun. I'd love to see a Part 3. Yeah, I don't know. It's also like, what are they going to do, like, this time? I want to see Part 3, but I want to see what Naughty Dog has to offer next, and then get Part 3, because maybe if Part 3 is good, it would help me come to terms with Part 2, because I've never felt this way, where I've liked the first game so much and just despite, like, I feel bad saying all these negative words about the game because I do think it's a great game. It's just, I suppose if Neil Druckmann, if you're listening, of course you're watching Lockin' Down with Lucy. I mean, I say this with the utmost kind of like respect for how the game made me feel this way. Like, I don't know. It's bizarre. It's weird. Dreadful is a stretch. That's exactly how I feel. The first one's my favorite game, but the second one, dreadful in my opinion. I don't know. Like, I think obviously, like the way it all comes together, like the way they told the story and the way they delivered the emotion, of course, the animation and everything was all like top tier. And I think it's also, I just associate my feeling playing the game, and maybe I do it a disservice because, you know, I have all these negative emotions that the game invoked out of me. So, of course, I've got like a negative vibe on it. Part 2 will be spread out over at least 2 seasons. Druckmann confirmed that. Okay, cool. I'm excited to see that. I feel like I've gone through quite an emotional trauma talking through all of this. Ellie's gone through so much loss. I mean, she even lost her fingers and can't play guitar anymore. They need to give her a good ending to be happy, if that's even possible. That's why I think the ending has to be like a bittersweet ending, that she just goes under the knife and just gets to finish, like, complete the circle. Finally, after everything, she gets to, you know, maybe she is going to try and find the Fireflies too, so that she can complete her story arc. Like, maybe that is the only way. Or, I always thought it would be cool though, if when she got bit again, although it doesn't really work now that because the show gives us more context. The show says that because her brain has got like receptors in it that make the cordyceps think that she is one of them. So that doesn't quite work with my theory from in the game, where I thought that because she got bit again, she might start to turn slowly, like being overdosed or whatever. So yeah. Yeah, he was. It wasn't Joel's choice to make to save Ellie. Yeah. I don't know. It's so complex. Do you think Joel was selfish in wanting to save Ellie instead of humanity? This is interesting. So I don't know how many people listen to the podcast, but Neil Druckmann said that when they were doing the first game, they did a lot of play testing. And so when they got to the end, like, people that weren't parents, they would ask them this question, like, did you agree with Joel's choice? And he said that all the people that played the game that weren't parents were kind of 50-50. That some people were like, oh my God, Joel was the villain. Other people were like, yes, he was justified. And then he said when they play tested people that were parents, they all 100% said that Joel made the right choice, which is very telling. I don't feel like, well, clearly the answer is yes, he was selfish, because how can you not be? But I don't know. I remember playing the game, and when you see that silhouette of Ellie being put on the table, I was like, no, I'm fucking saving her. Like, I wanted to save her too, because I was like, not this way. Like, yeah, I don't know. Selfish, yes. Humanity, I don't know. Does humanity even deserve being saved? I don't know. That's a deep question. Is it his responsibility? It's so interesting. I remember telling my grandpa about this game. When Ellie said, I'll follow you anywhere, Joel knew he couldn't let anything happen to it. Yeah, that was a moment. It's only selfish if Joel did it for himself. He didn't. He did it for Ellie. But he did it, well, this is the thing, though. He did do it for himself because he didn't want to lose another child again. And so, technically, yes, he did it to Ellie to save Ellie's life, but Ellie probably wanted to give her life for the cure because she felt like, after all loads of people died on this journey to get her here. And so I guess she probably would have wanted she didn't know that she might have to die for this. Whereas I guess Joel didn't want to go through losing a daughter figure again, because that would suck. I don't know. Like, it's a tough one, isn't it? When it's the person that you love, you want to give that up, and you know that you were the person who did that. That's a rough one. But then again, would humanity do after a cure? That's the thing. You don't even know 100% if it was even going to work. Can you imagine? Can you imagine if they did all the tests on Ellie and they're like, actually, we fucked it up. We didn't actually know how to cure. You would be devastated. You'd be like, why? We just wasted her life. Yeah, maybe you had to do it to find out, but it was. That would be awful to go to know that happened. Yeah. And you would just regret it every day. You're like, well, I should have done something. In a way, he disregarded Tessa's dying wish. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Also, I don't know. With cures, like, how would that? You'd have to then roll it out. I guess that in the TV show world, it made a bit more sense because they're saying like she had receptors in her brain, so you'd probably vaccinate everybody so that they had the receptors too. So if they got bit, it wouldn't maybe they'd get that probably the same sort of infection that Ellie had, but it wouldn't turn them. And then you would probably just have to wait for all the infected to like die out, which I don't know how long that would take, but at least you're doing something. That's why the ending is so fantastic. So it's really open-ended and could go so many ways. This is turning into your own last spot. Sorry, we can move on. I don't know. It is fascinating. That's why I wanted to talk about it. I know that I did the reviews, but I really wanted to talk about it on the show because I wanted to have an actual conversation where people are giving their opinions and we can like talk it out because it is an interesting dilemma. So Fly Highland is saying, I watched a video essay where they said the world took Sarah from Joel and as a result, Joel took Ellie from the world. Oof, that is a quote. That's pretty good. Parents know best, 100% he did the right thing. Well, if humanity was more responsible, global warming wouldn't have occurred and the cordyceps wouldn't have evolved. Is that what they say in the game? You cannot kill people for a few minutes, Joel, and save the human race. I did like how someone put, I saw like on Twitter, someone, TLOUing it down with Lucy. Someone put, I don't remember this part. Why didn't they put this part of the game in the TV show? And it's someone walking into the surgery room with the flamethrower and just like lighting everybody up. So yeah, okay. Well, I think I feel emotionally relieved having talked this out. Thanks everyone for joining in the conversation. I thoroughly enjoyed having this talk with you, and I hope you did too. Like it's nice to talk it out with everybody. At least in the TV show, they make it clear that they knew the cure would work. In the game, it's left ambiguous. Oh, okay, I didn't quite gather that it was like 100%. That was it would have worked. So I guess that's an interesting to know. I don't know. It's of course that's why the game was turned into a TV show because obviously it's a story that gets people talking, invokes emotion. This is how the review should have gone each week. Really? I guess, maybe. I don't know. I guess I was kind of just like thinking of the time. Cool. All right, let's move on, I guess. Thank you for talking about that. To what I've been playing. So, of course, let's take the spoiler hand down. Robert says, never seen or played TLOU, but I'm glad you find it interesting. Yes. I do. It's a very fascinating game. Right, so let us turn on to what else I've been playing. They changed. Wait, hang on. They changed Ace Music so that viewers hate Joel more. Oh. Okay, interesting. I did not know that. So this tomorrow, WWE 2K23 comes out. So I do want to take a cheeky look with you all to the trophy list. So come we now on a journey through time and space to the world of the internet. The internet, come with me to the internet. Here we are at the tried and tested PSN profile. So I did have a sneaky look at this before because it's been a while since I last played a WWE game. If we go here and I type in WWE, I think the last one I played was WWE 2K. Why does this sometimes not work? Son of a bitch. There we go. Yeah, so the last one I played was 17. So I haven't played a WWE game since 2017. Woof! I got a bit frustrated because the game was starting to get a little stale. The trophy list wound me the fuck up. I'm telling you, every single year they had the same trophy list again and again, like copy and paste. Snickers were all over it for whatever reason. They were using trophies as advertisements. I remember I wrote into PS I Love You about this. I was like, my dudes, how do you feel about trophies being, used as an advertisement? And I was like, oh, they didn't care, but I cared. Whereas this year, I had a cheeky look at this, and I was like, oh my god, it looks like things have finally changed. Now, whether I'll get the platinum or not, I used to get the WWE platinums all the time back in the day. I don't think that's ever possible anymore due to the fact that there's like an outrageous amount online. And apparently there's a card game in this now, and I'm like, I don't know. But as you all know, I'm playing it for my boy John Cena. Ba-ba-da-ba. I'm excited to do that showcase mode. There he is in all this. I was there when it was the Doctor of Thugonomics. Good times. So let's hide the secret trophies just in case. Actually, it's a WWE game. What spoilers are we going to get? I don't know. Spoiler alert, John Cena beat JBL at Judgment Day 2005. So, of course, we have the showcase mode. I think one of the reasons I'm most excited for it is doing the showcase mode. So the showcase mode is when you play as I think you have to play all the iconic matches that John Cena was in and try and beat him because he's Super Cena. So there's that happening here. Now I felt this was going to be quite the grind because there are a lot of other things going on. So choose a rivalry, universe mode. Also, I think this is a really good idea for WWE games to come out in March time because then I'm also feeling the WrestleMania hype. So I'm excited to get onto that. Looks like no one's got the platinum yet, but probably because it's just so outrageously grindy, I guess. But look, I like how that they changed up the icons for this. There's a lot of stuff happening. War games! We're going to play some war games! So that'll be quite fun. See, stuff like this, I like this. As Kofi Kingston beat Brock Lesnar in a normal one-on-one match on Legend difficulty, it's probably because Brock Lesnar squashed him a 1-minute match or whatever. These are good trophies. So I can just play the game and be actually, I do want to get this trophy. So I feel like I'll probably knock out a lot of these on legendary difficulty. Kick out over 3 high-intensity pins on legend difficulty. My brother would be well good at that. See, that's the kind of stuff I'm into. Win a match without being stunned on legend difficulty. What does that even mean? God, there's a lot of legend difficulties. Beat Roman Reigns in a one-on-one match on legend difficulty using no paybacks. Head of the table. Put your ones down, your fucking marks. Complete all the objectives of the tutorial. Use a date and move. See, I don't know what some of this means. Now, let me get all these My Faction things. I think this is the card game, which I don't know. Oh, God, there's quite a lot of My Faction. Interesting how they've got My Faction written in all caps, but here they've got My Faction written in lowercase. Someone needs to, fact check that. That seems like a little mistake there. So there's a bunch of those which I don't know if I'm going to get. The lock. Call out Dory management. The lock. What is the lock? Interesting. I have to look up. There's all these modes that I have no idea what they are. The lock. Convince Roman Reigns to join your faction. The legacy. What is all of this? And then there's, GM mode. Oh, yeah, GM mode would be pretty cool. So that's one thing, a lot of these modes are there's no My Rise. Oh, no, there is My Rise. Boo! Complete the legacy of My Rise. That's so long. Maybe those are all to do with your career mode. Career mode's so boring. So that's why I don't think I'll get the platinum, but I think I am going to have a good time just picking up a lot of random, stuff here and then playing as John Cena. That's story mode. Oh, okay. 1 minute, 34 seconds. War games, exactly. Thank you, Gafferman. Have a good day at work. So yeah, I'll probably get back to, you've got to defeat Super Cena. Whoop, whoop. Exactly. So there we go. that'll be exciting to watch. Any ultra res? I don't think there are any ultra res apart from the platinum right now, because the platinum is the only trophy that people don't seem to have gotten. But it could be depending on, I don't know. I guess it looks like just most people just haven't done the legacy, confront the past, the legacy, embrace the future. I just feel like it's going to be proper grindy, and I don't really know how long or how much I actually want to play the game for. Like, I kind of just want to dip in, do the John Cena stuff, and get out, pretty much. One of my friends has it, the It trophy. Oh, as in the Last of Us one. Sorry, I don't know the Don't Really Talk, but I noticed that you started playing it. I will move on from this at some point. I don't know. I always know there's only a small user base of people here that enjoy WWE. I did actually, by the way, I don't know if you guys remember, but last week, I can't remember how it came up, but I was talking to a friend about John Cena's rap album. Woof! So for the first time in a long time, I listened to the You Can't See Me album that was made in, 2005, when John Cena was the WWE champion. And it's funny looking back, because some of the lines are very, very odd, or especially for a guy that became, yes, my time is now. Especially for a guy that became like almost an idol to children. This is definitely an explicit album full of things that an icon for kids around the world should never hear. In fact, my friend's mum, Jess, we used to play the album, and she was like, "Oh, I can't bear it." She's like, the lyrics are so vulgar. Listen to that nice Chris Jericho instead. So yeah, things like Bad Bad Man. I did enjoy Bad Bad Man. But there was a couple of songs that even I remember being like, I'm not listening to this. It was a lot. So if you find yourself time, do check out My Time Is Now if you want to listen to some rap from 2005. The only ones, it was weird. It was like trying to listen back and being like, oh, do I even remember the lyrics? I used to play Theme Park World and then just like sing along to Chris Jericho and rap along to John Cena's album. Anyone like Deliver Us from the Moon? Ruthless Aggression with that language. Exactly. The Doctor of Thugonomics. That was the name of his first song. The first song you have is Basic Thugonomics. I used to know the words to all of that. I think I might still do. I must have done it before, but yeah, that one, I only know the first verse of like that and My Time Is Now, just because I used to hear it all the time. So yeah, there we go. That's my WWE chat for you. Unless you want me to drop a few bars. I'll spare you the bars. So let us then wrap it now. Oh boy, I don't know. I feel like people are gonna like happy 316. Oh my god, you're right. It is 316 day. Austin 316 says crack open a cold one. Wow, how did I miss that? It's because in the UK we have it's actually 16.3. We have it the other way around. So yeah, wow. Austin 360 says, I just whooped your ass. Nice. Okay, so I realise that I've been talking a long time about other things. I do want to quickly talk about that Resident Evil 4 demo. So how many people have played it? I was a bit like torn about whether I wanted to play the demo or not, but I decided in the end to go for it, seeing as I played all the other demos. And you know what? I think it's cool. We need more demos. I also am going to play the Wulong demo at some point as well, because I don't know, I feel like how else are you supposed to know if you want to play the game? I remember I played the Uncharted Drake's Fortune demo before I even got Uncharted 2, and I was like, this is pretty good. Sega's Hollywood says good evening. I hope you're having a good evening. So I thought I would jump in and see what it was all about, and boy, like, you can watch it, some of you may have. I was not expecting it to be as different as it was, and I think the coolest thing about playing a Resident Evil remake game this time around is because I'm actually going to experience what other people experience playing 2 and 3, which is knowing the original source material and now playing the remake version and being like, oh my god, this is the same but a little bit different. Like that whole bit at the beginning where you're walking through like the village when you first get dropped off, and then you get obviously the main village area. I was like, this, like, in my mind, because I played it at least 3 times the beginning, because I had to play it once on stream, once on professional, and then I did it again for the other stream that we did. So I had very clear in my mind that color palette. It's very like sepia saturated almost, and now this time it's like dark and it's blue and it's, you know, a lot, you know, darker color scheme. Leon now officially has the best hair in gaming. There's a setting to improve the hair strands. So yeah, it was cool to see that being different. And then when we got to the actual village, that was like nuts. Like, I don't know, you could definitely tell that we're now playing with different in a different gameplay. Like, it's not like, obviously it's an old game, so you're very like stunted back in the PS2 or whenever it came, GameCube, whenever it came out. Whereas here, I don't know, I didn't think it would be as different as it was. I think I was just blown away by like how, I don't know, is dynamic the right word to say? Like, when the Chainsaw Man came out, they obviously gave him a cutscene, and then I didn't know what, I thought I was getting chainsawed up when it cut to a cutscene of him like chainsawing through some of the house, and it goes brrr, and it all crashed down. And then when I went in that room, and it was just like trying to lock the door, and then I felt frantic. Like, it's been a long time since I actually felt like, oh my god. And I think that's how the game's supposed to feel. Like, I guess in the original game you can just stand there, but and you're just running around. But this one I was like, oh my god. When that woman like railroaded me with skewered me with her rake, I was like, good lord. So yeah, I'm just from playing that bit alone, I cannot wait for some of these other sections of the game. Like, I'm just trying to think now, like, what bits were really cool in the original and how they're gonna be different. Like, the minecart was pretty cool. What's another one that I really liked? There was also the big sort of like in the water, the monster in the water. I didn't like when you had to fight those two ogres. That was kind of annoying. There's like, how are we going to do the bit where I'm going through the game in my head? Like, it's so weird. The old maids are so bloody fast. They are ridiculously fast. So your knife through the door pro strat won't work this time. Yeah, no, it won't work this time round. In fact, my knife broke, which I can't believe. Like, what's going to happen to, like, am I going to have to fix that? Like, how are you going to do a knife run if your knife breaks? FLC says, I want Mike the helicopter pilot to live so they can get some beers this time. Maybe that's how they remix it. Shout out to Mike the helicopter man. This is, what do you say? Like, we got your back. So yeah, that bit was pretty cool. I guess some of the boss fights will be interesting to see how those go down. Like, also there's that weird bit where you have to fight that weird thing in the cages and whatnot. That'll be interesting. I feel like I'm getting the game slightly mixed up with Resident Evil 5 because I played that recently and I had to play that a fuck ton of times. What's the fight with Krauser going to be like? It's gonna be so fun. Like, I think that's why I want to make it platinum 150, just because I think it's gonna be good to like play that game like a lot. Oh yeah, Ashley probably won't be in armed ballistics this time. Yeah, that'll be good. I wonder how much they're gonna expand Ada's sections. Oh yeah, I forgot she was kind of in the game. Yeah. I'm looking forward to getting to the castle. I really liked being in the castle. I thought the castle was cool. Leon aimed better in Resident Evil 2. There's always fun trophies. Yeah, exactly. The trophy list is going to be good. So yeah, I think I'm going to commit to Resident Evil 4 for platinum 150, and then whilst that's happening, I'm going to try and get some other games going so that I can start knocking out some platinums a bit more, because I've really got to work on my platinum grand slam. So at least I've got, you remember Jose, naughty SVG. That's all they wanted. They just wanted a naughty SVG because that high quality when you get an SVG. Yeah, you can vector scale that shit. So yeah, like I think that's gonna be the one, and then I can work on some other stuff, and hopefully start getting some of those grants. I've got to work on that. I should start. It's just too much to do. Fabian's saying, I love your Ashley impression. Thank you. Leon, help me, Leon. Like, how is she going to say that this time? Leon, help me. Actually, why have I just made her British? She's like Bridget Jones in my mind. Leon, help me, Leon. Oh my goodness, I'm in this place and I'm now the Prime Minister's daughter because for some reason now I'm British and I'm super posh. And I need help, Leon, help me. But yeah, well, that'll be different to see how it all shakes up. So yeah, I'm guessing most people here are probably going to play the game. I'll probably try and do a stream of it at some point. Probably won't stream the entire game, but I'll see what I can do. For that. So yeah, that is about I think everything I have to say about Resident Evil 4. Let me know if you have anything you would like to add before we move on to the end of the show, which I forgot that I was gonna do something actually. Ashley cosplay live stream. I mean, what does she even look like? I remember one time I did go to Primark to look for an Ashley cosplay and I was like, this is ridiculously too expensive and I am never wearing these clothes again. She wears the ugliest clothes. She's got that, like, I'm not walking around wearing like this, I don't know, brown, orange colours. She wears a disgusting skirt, a hideous jump around her neck. And no, I was like, this is too much for a laugh. Castle live stream. You should do a zombie cosplay. How would you even do that? Maybe I'll just play with a sack on my head like Chainsaw Man. I'll just, welcome to the stream, everybody. And I was like he looked like. That looked horrific. All right, maybe I'll do the castle when we get to the castle. I like that. All right, so if that's all we have time for, I would like at the end of the show, do I need my whiteboard for this? Or maybe I could just write it on, maybe I'll just write it on Word. Because today, I'm going to say this, and I don't 100% know if I can make it happen, but I'm about to scare you all right now, because at the weekend, it's Mother's Day! Did you remember? I know, you should remember, especially if you're in the UK. If you're in the US, don't worry, you can chill out. Your time will come in May. A sack with your glasses over it. Exactly. So I was thinking, the skirt was a glorified face cloth. I was thinking for Mother's Day, maybe it might be fun to get my mum to answer some of your questions or something. I don't know, would people be interested in that? Maybe I could do a AMMS, ask my mum something. I'm not going to say anything, just something. So we could get her on the show perhaps. So would anybody like me to quiz my mum, and we can have a sit down, see how well she knows me? Is there anything pressing? And I suppose we could do the same for my dad when it's Father's Day, despite the fact that would be fun. All right, let's do it. I'll take 5 questions from the audience and I'll try and get her to answer them for you. And then next week we can watch. We can watch together what the answers are. My mum she wasn't been on the stream, but she was on a video at one point. She appeared in a clip of the week. All right, let's do it. Let's do ask my mum something. Ask my mum something. Do you want? So here we are. Mother's Day. Or I just put Mother Day. Mother's Day. Ask my mum something. All right. Hit me with your questions and I will pick some of the best ones. And next week, we shall have her answer. Now, she can't be here in real life because she refused to come to my flat because it's too cold. But maybe I keep it that way so she doesn't come. Also, I don't really keep things that my mum would like. Like, she likes tea. There is no tea in this house. She likes, I don't know if she even likes sugar, but there is no sugar in this house. All right, so let's go. You can't ask who is your favorite child. I'm not bringing, unless we could we dial my mum in, dial her in live from wherever she Oh, okay. All right, I like this question. Was Lucy a good kid? Let's ask her that. She's gonna roast me. That's gonna be a bad question because I know the answer is no, Lucy was not a good kid. Was Lucy a good kid? Who asked that? Good kid. This is from Ostmanor. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Sorry, I can't do the little things. All right, that's gonna be the first question. Oh no, am I really gonna have to ask some of these questions? Okay, I quite like this one. Are you surprised Lucy has survived for a whole year? Do you know what? I should just take. I'm going to take a bunch of these questions, and then I'm going to just maybe draw them out of a hat and see which ones we get, so I'm not being biased. All right, Dusty's asking, are you surprised Lucy has? Maybe. Do you know what? I might not do this on stream, but because the chat saves. Ostmader. I'm going to put that so I say it right on the day. Thank you. If you put your questions in, I'll gather them after the show's finished because I don't want to, and then I am going to just lucky dip them for you. And then we'll see. Hopefully she'll agree. But yeah, I think it's more likely that I'll get her on a video rather than, because she's not very good at technology, okay? Sometimes I'd be in my bed watching Doctor Who, I'd get a little knock on the door and she'd be like, Lucy, technical advisor, can you help me? I need to copy and paste. I'm like, Mom, we've gone over this. The worst is when she's like, can you help with the printer? And I'm like, oh God, no one wants to help. That's like the worst thing anyone could ask me. Never ask me to help with the printer because printers make me absolutely sad to my very core and so angry. So angry. You really want to make me sad? You send me to do a printer job and I'll be like, please, I'll do anything than touch a printer. Could you do a community post in case people want to watch this on VOD? Potentially. But I like, this is a Locking It Down with Lucy exclusive, you know. This is for you guys to, my dad would always be like, you're a computer geek, Lucy. You work with computers. Like, Dad, just because I work with computers doesn't mean that I'm a geek. I mean, other things that I do may show that I'm a geek, but not that. Can your mum play any video game on your stream? I did get my mum to play the beginning of The Last of Us back in the day, and I don't think she I don't think she quite got it. She spent a lot of time just looking at the floor. She did come in my room once to play Vice City when she was drunk. And I remember, because, you know, the guy, Ken Rosenberg, goes like, I stick my head out the gun for 1 freaking second and fate shovels shit in my face. I remember being like, so blah, 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 like just trying to say something over the word shit, because she would have been like, what? I can't believe I've actually agreed to do this, seeing some of your questions. All right, well, that's about what. Keep piling your questions in, and I will add those to this, and we'll see what happens. I'm also not looking forward to when I do the. Oh God, why does Lucy have a deep hatred for custard? We all find out, and more maybe next week. The worst one is when my dad. Well, I'm going to do it for Father's Day. My dad will be ridiculous when he answers these questions. Whoa. So I guess the only thing I have to end the show, because I feel like we're rapidly running out of time thanks to the big Last of Us. Didn't your mum used to take you to pubs when you were little? Ask her about that. God, she will definitely tell us a lot from. She'll tell us a lot from that. I don't know when I'm going to have a sit down conversation. A conversation with me, Lucy's mum. Oh, a nice question. What's your favourite pizza? So that's all for today, but I do have a little something exciting for you guys to wet your whistle for next week. So there's going to be no stream over the weekend this weekend. There will be Locking It Down with Lucy next week, but next weekend I want to do a stream, but I'm going to do something a little bit different for next week's stream. I came up with I workshop an idea with someone else. They were like, you could do this. And I was like, oh, this is a good idea. So what's going to happen is for members, I'm going to be putting up a member exclusive post for you guys. So you'll get first dibs on what the stream is and what you can vote on. And then I'm going to play a couple of games in next weekends. Am I free next weekend? I should probably double check that I'm free next weekends. But yeah, I'm going to be doing a stream where I'm going to be playing a couple of games on one stream. So the members of LudiXP members, you're finally going to get something for your buck. I'm sorry, okay, that this is it's taken me this long, but you're going to get first dibs on votes on what one of the games will be, and whatever the members choose will be 100% a lock-in for one of the games that I play. After that poll is done, I will open up the poll to everybody, and everyone else will be able to vote for the next, however, and then whatever wins those will be, I think I'm going to do 4 games. There's going to be 4 different games I'm going to play. I'm going to play them each for like 20 to 30 minutes each. But you'll see there's a little twist in the, little sting in the tail. So that's the plan. Hopefully you guys enjoy that, because I do like doing the more creative streams. Like obviously I like playing Sekiro, and I like doing that. Also, we've got to pray to God that, the technology gods are with us. But I like doing something a little bit more interesting, and I'm hoping you guys will enjoy it, because I'm excited to give it a go. So that's to come. I will sort that out for you. Thank you, Mega Pork Chop Express, who has been a member for 5 months. Maybe I should do something a bit more exciting. All right, and I shall collect all of these questions for as my mum used to call her mum, the mothership. I shall ask the mothership these questions and see what she says. She might really put me on blast and expose me. Robert War, thank you very much for being a member as well for 5 months. Appreciate it. You should make a Moody XP custom emoji. What would a Moody XP custom emoji look like? What do I look like when I'm Moody XP? I know what my gamer face is. People are like, you jut your jaw out. I don't know, I've got like a jaw of a snake or something. Oh, wow, Convergence has just gifted some LudiXP memberships. It's a stern face, okay. Like this? Is this going to be the GIF? Okay, maybe I'll cut that out, and then I can make that. Whoa, Jose, also a member. Ba-bam! Thank you, Converge. Ba-bam! Giving 1 gift to Nathan Joseph, who I can't click on. So enjoy the perks. Oh, and the tongue, of course. It's like this. Awful. I did want to do a little game with you guys, but I feel like the show has gone on a little too much. Maybe we'll do 1 game. I'm feeling buzzing. So I liked when we did scenarios one time. So I want you guys to pick a video game or a TV show or a movie, but we're going to put zombies in it. And I'm going to act out the point of the movie or the video game when the zombies show up. I don't know how it's going to go, but we'll see what happens. So I want you to put something like, I don't know, The Last of Us, but with zombies, but obviously not The Last of Us. So let's see. Let's see what we got working with here. Oh, Back to the Future, but with zombies. Oh, that is a good one, Robert War. EastEnders, but with zombies. I like that. Mass Effect 3, but with zombies. Wizard of Oz, but with zombies. I want to do Back to the Future. Okay, I don't even know how this game's gonna work. Okay, now can you please? Okay, so we picked Back to the Future. I need a bit. Do you know what I should get? I should get the WrestleMania with zombies. Well, we might do that one. I want to get some of those story dice. You know, where you roll the dice and a story comes out of it. Okay, we're gonna pick Back to the Future first, and then we'll do WrestleMania with zombies. So, can someone give me a scenario? What's Marty and the Doc up to? The Doc Brown. What are they up to before the zombies show up? I need a little bit more to. I need a bit more to work on, director. So please give me direction. You are the directors. Pride and Prejudice, but with zombies. I've never watched that, and Sophie would be very. I just realised that Clipper wings. Which WrestleMania? This 38. That's a good point. Which WrestleMania? Jurassic Zombies. What is a dinosaur zombie like? They'd all be like that, wouldn't they? Be like, oh my god. They shoot them and they just get back up again. And Chardamon's the opening of Back to the Future. How does the opening of Back to the Future go? Aren't they at Hill Valley? How does that even go? Home Alone but with zombies. Wow. Okay, the Doc turns up from the future saying that we have to save your kids. There's zombies. Okay. So we're doing the end of Back to the Future. Okay. So he's sleeping in his bed. Like, oh, everything's so different. Like, oh my God, my mum's married a Biff. Oh no, that's not happened yet. Sorry. My mum and dad are like, okay. And now, Biff's wiping the car. Like, oh boy, I just had a really crazy, like, hey son, how's it going? Oh, it's great. Marty, you have to come here. What, Doc, what's going on? Marty, it's about your kids. What about them? You and Jennifer, we had kids. I know, apparently. In the future, your kids get bit by zombies. No! Skip to the future. Woo, 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 woo. We're now in their house. It's like, Dad, blah, 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 blah. And it's, I'm old man Biff now, and I've shown up. But what I haven't told anybody is when I watched the almanac from the past, I got bit. So now I'm coming to their house. Hey, look, it's that creep Biff. Ha ha, he sucks. Yeah, you want to know something? And then he starts like biting all the kids. No, oh my God, I just lost my job and the thing. McFly, hello. And then they're all like getting on, like, no. And then the Doc's saying like, you have to get in the car, Marty, you have to go. But my kids, Doc, they've all turned to zombies. And they all look like him and they're all going, oh, the almanac, you have to get it. The only way to save the past is to take the almanac back and then make sure that whatever the weird infected ant that was on the almanac doesn't bite Biff. No! The end. There you go. That was Back to the Future, but with zombies. I'm not sure what even happened then. I'm not really sure how my brain got there. But that's what happened. Okay, does anyone want another one? Do you want another one? We can do Shaun of the Dead, but with zombies. Exactly, that already happens. Let's do WrestleMania with zombies. I quite like that idea. Okay, anyone pick a number from 1 to 38, and I will try and and I will try and act out a WrestleMania. I'm playing Double Readout right now, so WrestleMania 17. Ooh, 17, 21. Ooh, okay, 27. I'm trying to think of ones I know. 17 had The Rock versus Stone Cold, which is probably a good one to do. 32 was the most worst WrestleMania I think I've had to endure for 7 hours, when it was Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar, and I was like, please let this end. 27, that was the one when, that was John Cena and The Miz and The Rock came out and blah, blah. 21 was pretty good. I think I'll do 17. Okay, so WrestleMania 17, but with zombies. Hey, it's me, JR, everybody, and it's me, King. I can't wait to see what's gonna be the main event when we see The Rock versus Stone Cold. King, I know it's gonna be great. What a main event we have tonight. The Rock. I'm talking like someone else. I don't know how JR. Good old JR here. We're gonna see a slobber knocker of a match. Backstage, The Rock. If you smell what The Rock is cooking. There he is, the people's champ. Wants to be the champ once again. They fought each other once before WrestleMania 15, and now they're coming out again. There's the Rock. He looks pumped. Let's see what Stone Cold is gonna come and do. But where is he? Where is he, JR? You should know where your boy Stone Cold is. I don't know what's going on. This is highly irregular. Surely he should be coming out. There's a camera backstage. It's running backstage, trying to find out. They've gone to Stone Cold's locker. There's no answer. Mr. Austin, you're up. Let's try hit the music again. The Rock is getting very impatient. The Rock's Stone Cold. If you don't come out, if you don't get your candy ass out here in 5 seconds, then you are gonna forfeit the WWE Championship or the WWF Championship, and it might be called that time, to The Rock. Who knows where's Stone Cold gone? Dun 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 dun. Here he comes, the rattlesnake. Austin 360 says I just bit your ass. And now he's biting The Rock. JR, this is highly irregular. We don't see people biting people that do it. What's going on? The Rock is playing him out, and Stone Cold. He's just, and now The Rock is twitching, and he's getting up, and now Stone Cold is about, he's got it for the people's elbow. How does he come back from this? 1, 2, 3, the McMahons have come, they've come to break it up, but now they're just fighting everybody, everybody's going, and now it's all happening. That's what happened at WrestleMania 17, if there were zombies. Wow. Okay. So there we go. That was maybe I should stop. Maybe this is I just like imagining it in my own head, what's happening. But that, I don't know. Should I stop the stream now? Maybe I should. Maybe I'm getting a little bit too excited. I do have to go to work tomorrow. But maybe I do have still quite a lot of this is what happens. Maybe this is what the official drinks benefactor wants. They want me to get hyper on these bloody drinks. It's too much sugar. Okay, maybe we could just do one more if you guys want to. What happened to Vicky Guerrero, who excuse me is etched in my excuse me? I feel like I am shouting a lot, and maybe I am losing my actual mind. All right, that was better than the actual mania. We can do one more if you want, or I can just shut up and let you guys live the rest of your day, and maybe I can just like chill out. Toy Story but with zombies? That is twisted. How do toy zombies work? I'm not even sure. Oh, Convergence is gifted again. Thank you to Johnny Renhard. There we go. Thank you for doing that. All right, I might if anything else catches my attention in the next 5 seconds, we will do one more. Otherwise, I will wrap up because I also do need to I don't know, stop talking and maybe try and chill out so I can sleep. So maybe we should end it there. Maybe that's been enough fun for one day. I have enjoyed this. Hopefully you enjoyed this too. That, everybody, was Locking It Down with Lucy, episode 135. I hope you enjoyed your time here. Let us just close out the poll. Yes, it had toy zombies. He did, you're right. So I asked you, the Locking It Down with Lucy chat, if you enjoyed The Last of Us TV series overall, and 13% of you said no, 31% of you said didn't watch, and 56% of you said yes. So there we go. Thank you all for being here. Sorry again for not being here last time, but you know, tis the world. I hope you all have wonderful weekends and a great Friday, and I shall catch you all next week for another edition of Locking It Down with Lucy. Send us off with a clicker impersonation. Okay. There you go. There's my clicker for you. They're probably thinking, what the fuck is wrong with her? She's nuts. We live under a mad person. She's telling us that we're too loud, giving us all things. We'll record her every Thursday. Right. Well, I hope you all had a good time. And yeah, I just need to stop talking. I can't stop the talking when I get started. I thought that was a baby raptor beta. Nice. All right. It is over. First she's a dolphin, now she's a clicker. What if I was an infected dolphin? There you go. They can find their own. All right, I'm going to shut up now. Thank you all for being here. I hope you have a lovely, lovely time, weekend. And I shall go and sit down and be silent for a bit. All right, goodbye and good evening. I don't know. All right, see you later. Have a good one.